Hey everyone, KIC here. Looks like I spoke a little too soon on my crashing issues, but whatever, that's okay. So, I'm headed south. If you couldn't tell by the general direction-ish I'm facing. And I'm getting rid of, well, I thought I was, getting rid of the dogs that are charging at me. Well, they're charging at me because I shot the other one. Whatever, minor details. You always get a couple when you come into this zone. And last time I came through, I had a shotgun and thought, you know what? I have a lot of 7.62 ammo. Let's go ahead and take the sniper rifle. Why not? I haven't messed around with it too much, so this seems like a good opportunity. But I didn't come out this way just so I could use the sniper rifle. That's really not the point of this adventure. In fact, where I am going is a little further south yet. There's a building that I went to, or, well, I should say passed by, when on one of my many resource gathering trips that involved digging out destroyed stone and or picking up cinder blocks. And I thought, you know, I never really went in the building to check out what's in there. It looked pretty cool. And I have since gone to Gravestown and checked out pretty much all of that. I'm sure there was a building or two I missed. I thought I heard something behind me. I'm not going to worry about grabbing the leather right now. I really just want to get to where I'm going. But anyway, I just kind of thought, well, I should go ahead and go check this out. I've more or less checked out, I'd say, the majority of the interesting landmarks that are around this game world. Been to the police station, been to the high school, been to a couple military camps. I'm sure there's probably more of those around. Been to some interesting neighborhoods. So, you know, I've definitely seen some pretty cool stuff. But this one building, which I am almost at, and the first part of it should be jutting into the sky momentarily here, I have not really checked out. So this is kind of an opportunity to go wander around, see if there's any more equipment or other useful things I can find. And there you go. You can see it's popping into the game. Looks like it's an old factory. I'm not entirely sure what to expect other than it looks like a rather large, interesting building. So I'm going to actually switch to a weapon that might be a little better up close, or at least a little easier to use if I want to go to iron sights. And then go wander in. It's kind of interesting too. I have since started another save of this game, and I have found that as I am currently playing, there is not a whole lot of challenge in this. Initially, yeah, I will not lie to you, initially it was pretty rough. But now that I understand how the game works pretty well, I certainly won't claim to have all of it figured out by any sort. But now that I kind of have an idea of how it works and just what to expect along the way, there's not a whole lot of challenge. And part of it too is because, well, look at this. I basically have a full set of iron armor. I have weapons. I'm not really hurting for anything at this point. And these barrels will be handy if I ever find what I'm looking for. Okay, so one thing I did grab is my mining helmet, so I can see. And this would be really handy if I were playing with zombies running, which I am not. But I am in that other save, and that's where it gets interesting. It's not that they run super fast, but, you know, why not? I'll take one more just in case. But it certainly adds a whole new level of possibilities when the zombies come charging at you. It can really surprise you if you're not ready for it, and next thing you know, if you're not getting hit and on the ground and dead, well, you're certainly getting hit, and you gotta be super careful, far more than you do with this. Especially because in a building like this, even though it's still daylight right now, they'll be running around in here because it's so dark. About the only chance you'd have of them not running. Excuse me, sir. Wow. Apparently this building is really, or all of the zombies in it, really dragging my frames down. This is pretty horrible. Something like this would be good if I had zombies running the windows, because the windows will actually make them walk. But it's kind of interesting that other things don't necessarily have that same effect, such as torches. I don't think firelight does either, so if you have something like a campfire, a forge, something like that going, I don't think that counts to slow them down either. Wow, I don't even know where to go. This is crazy. Ladders everywhere. This is a really fascinating building. Where does this go? I don't necessarily want to try my luck at jumping across that gap. Yeah, of course they sense me. I'm running around and not even trying to hide. Well, I guess I can pick those up. But the other thing I have going on in the other game, it's pretty much a standard default rules. I don't remember if I changed much of anything, actually, because I have zombies running it in the darkness. I have craft timers, I have loot timers. Actually, that's the one thing I changed. I did enable the timers, but I set them so that they're on fast instead of normal. And that's also a pretty massive change. I was just goofing around before I really kind of started to sit down and play. And I was trying to loot a munitions box in one of the military bases. Never mind that a bunch of lumberjacks were bearing down on me. And I was literally down to less than a second remaining. It was, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a second. And the lumberjacks got to me and hit me, and I was basically dead. I think I was already injured at that point. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure they are not one hit, one kill. But it was pretty fascinating that I could get that close and yet still be that far that I couldn't actually get what I was trying to get. So it really makes you evaluate how important things are versus how much risk you're willing to take. And in that case, I did not evaluate correctly. The other thing about the looting stuff that I found interesting too is that if you are... Oh, hello. If you're stealthing, it takes longer to loot than if you are running around at normal speed. If you're not crouching, you can loot faster than you can if you're stealthing. So keep that in mind too. I had no idea that would be the case, but it kind of makes sense. The idea is you're still trying to remain silent so no one knows you're around, and so obviously you don't want to make too much noise, which means you got to take your time doing stuff. Well, I'm not seeing lots of useful stuff. I was hoping to find an auger or something. Not that there's necessarily any better chance of finding one in here versus anywhere else. I was just kind of being hopeful. You know what? Let's go ahead and go downstairs. Why not? In fact, I think that's kind of where I want to go anyway. Excuse you. Yeah, I kind of want to go all the way down to the bottom there, so let's... Man, there are a lot of crawlers and all sorts of stuff running around in here right now. Well, I guess the crawlers aren't running, but you know what I mean. Don't even think about it, buddy. I'm a little worried about hitting the ceiling here instead of what I'm actually aiming for. Oh, that would be the other entrance. Thought that might be the case. I see another red barrel over there that I will go after momentarily. Looks like we have yet another entrance. Some bags. I don't really need another pot. Yeah, I could break it down, but that's alright. And let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. I missed you. You might be out of range. I never have quite figured that out for the pistol. Oh. Yeah, I didn't want that. Thanks, jerk. For that. I'm going to club you in the face. Well, that was kind of a bummer. Granted, I only have a chainsaw, so that's the only thing I can really use that for, but still, I might have wanted that. What do we have? Just the rest of the building. Hello, big bloated guy. The stone already vanished. Now I can't even pick that up. Wow, well that's a shame. So, what else do we have out here? Another barrel. Go ahead and take that guy. You know what? I can always take a shovel. Why not? And cinder blocks. Cinder blocks are helpful. Oh, I guess I should eat and drink, huh? I was not even paying attention to that, obviously. Yeah. I'm eating. Alright, plenty of food. There we go. See, all is right with the world. And lots of water. Could probably just drink the tea at this point, and I cannot pick that up, which means I need to break a couple things down. I don't care about you, or you, or you, or you. Definitely don't care about you, or you, or you. Well, I don't need that one. I'm not a big fan of the hunting rifles. So, now I can take both of those items. And do we have anything else interesting around this building? Guess I'll check that. Don't really want eggs. Haven't really checked the whole backside yet, so I'd like to do that right quick. I already looked at that car. Cinder blocks. Well, I guess that is about it. This other side, floating garbage, that's pretty handy. You never know when you might need some of that. Can one climb this tower? Does not look like it. I do not see a staircase. It's a pretty cool tower, though. That would be pretty neat to put a ladder up in there. It's a pretty neat design. I like that. I mean, yeah, it's just essentially a big cylinder, or close to it because of the blocky nature of the game. But still, pretty cool. And you guys stop trying to destroy the factory. Don't think I checked this stuff over here. Take the rations, and either I already checked the car or nothing in it. So that looks like that's the factory. Pretty sure there's some more stuff around here I should check out. I'm not sure what this is down here. That might be a gas station. I don't know what this one is either, this building on the west. But I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode right here, guys. So this has been a tour of the factory, and I will see you guys next time. So take it easy.